The first time they saw German troops was around 8 hours after they had left Amiens. Fear had swept through the 20 of them, mostly strangers, who had silently come together by happening to be on the same road at the same time, and moving in the same direction. "Don't head north," they had been warned in Amiens. "You're walking into a battle." Some of the original group had heeded that advice and stayed in the town. A dozen of them had carried on. They were refugees now, so they kept moving. It had quickly become a habit. They couldn't stop themselves. A tall, stooped man called Marcel had assumed the role of leader and guide. He was a dentist from Chartres, he told them. The rest of the group nodded and were happy to follow him. Marcel decided that the main road would be too dangerous, so they dropped down to follow the path of the Somme, passing through the small villages that hugged the river as it twisted through Picardy. The villages were unnaturally silent, apart from the angry barking of dogs taking turns to escort them through their territory. Anxious villagers peered from behind partially drawn curtains or half-closed shutters. Occasionally, a child would venture out to stare at them, but would quickly be called home by an urgent shout. Some villagers would come out and offer them water and a little food, but were relieved to see them move on. Refugees meant war, and no one wanted the war to linger in their village. In a couple of the places, 1 or 2 more refugees joined them. No one asked to join. No one was refused. They just tagged along, swelling their numbers. On the outskirts of the village of Ailly-sur-Somme, a middle-aged couple came out from their cottage and offered the group water and fruit. They sat on the grass verge while the couple appeared to be arguing quietly in their doorway. And that is when they called her out. "Madame, please, can we have a word with you?" She was sitting nearest to the house, but was not sure that they meant her. She looked around in case they were addressing someone else. "Please, could we speak with you?" the man asked again. She walked slowly over to the doorway. Maybe they had taken pity on her and were going to offer a meal, or a bed. She smiled at the couple. Behind them, in the gloom of the hallway, she could make out a pair of piercing eyes.